Greetings, Capricorn. Ooh, right away. Uranus in Gemini can make you feel isolated, like you know nothing, like the way that you think is wrong. And even if, let's just say, some of your philosophies are a bit outdated, to be honest, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you want to upgrade, but getting emotional about how people feel about your approach to life, your approach to business, it doesn't help you at all. But you know what does help? Upgrading. Letting yourself upgrade. You can sit in the roots, the traditions that have held people together from the beginning of time, held our society together from the beginning of time. You can sit in the energy of what it means to be responsible. You can know it and hold on tightly to it. And it means a lot. Nothing and nobody can take anything away from what you know, what you feel, what you've done. But maybe that's the game that this Gemini energy wants to play with you. What, for the next 8 years or so? Geminis, yeah, they're about stuff, but Geminis play games. If you want to play games, they want to play games. And that's just how they are. So you can let them beat you at this game, the Eight of Swords and the Tower. Or you can relax knowing that it's all just a game. And the only time you have to participate is if you want to participate. Otherwise, just let people say what they think is going on. They have no idea what's going on. Some people can make inferences about what they feel is going on, and that makes them kind of happy because things seem like they're making sense. But nobody can really see through the sun. Nobody really knows what the hell is going on. So you see how odd it gets when you feel so strongly about what you think is going on. Not that you shouldn't speak, not that you shouldn't build or have strong convictions. We're talking about the 3rd and the 7th house. Correction, the 3rd and the 9th house. I mean, he could be thinking, who knows? He looks light as a feather. Like there could be so much to be worried about, but he is just vibing, walking towards the vibe. At least he thinks he is, so he's feeling the vibe because he's about to walk into this vibe. So the sun in Virgo now, happy Virgo season, can make you feel really righteous about what you believe. can make you feel like you need to teach everyone around you something that they just don't know, even though they never asked for it. Yes, it's giving unsolicited advice. It's giving unsolicited optimism. All of those things that when you feel it so strongly, and you're happy. And so this is what you need to do to be happy. When you feel the people around you not receptive to this happy vibe that you're giving off, and the way that you want to teach them how to get to that happiness, how to get to that good place, get away. Take some time. You can't help people that don't want to be helped. You can't teach people who don't want to learn. And you most definitely shouldn't use up all of your time and energy pouring into a bunch of people all around you when you could be pouring into yourself. So all of this abundance and this excess and good fortune, really. I won't say that it's wasted, because it's okay to learn. It's okay to be in a phase and a state of learning, even if you don't realize that you're in a state of learning. So it's not necessarily wasted if you spend your energy on people who don't really have much going on, and nothing's going anywhere, and you know it. Is it a waste? No. But could you instead be striking up some really strong new relationships with people who could completely change your financial situation just by being in association, being actual friends, being business partners? Can you change your own situation? Because you have this lucky streak where you're no longer striking out. You're playing baseball, balls are being thrown at you, and you can hit a home run every time. It feels like justice for all of that time that you spent training and kept striking out. And you thought you were never going to get better. You thought that all of those strikeouts meant nothing and they would never mean anything. And that's the beautiful thing about this mutable energy. That's the beautiful thing about Uranus in Gemini. There's two sides to your mind. You could spend the next 8 years thinking, set these down. You could spend the next 8 years thinking about all of the strikeouts. You really could think about them all the time. You could see that as what your life was. And also, anybody who has anything against you would, they can spew it up. Say all the things that you did wrong, the things that you should have done that you didn't do, all of the moments that you missed where you should have been there. Especially if you provoke people, they're going to make sure you never cross over from the version of your life where you were building. They want to make sure you stay thinking about your perceived failures. And they'll say it. They'll do whatever they can to project that version of yourself that you know you hate to see, not because it wasn't worth anything, but because it wasn't successful in your eyes. That version of you that was building. So it's probably best not to give people the ammunition to do this to you. I would recommend it. I mean, is it going to be extremely hard not to do? Absolutely. But Gemini doesn't connect because it like actually loves all of these people. Like sometimes, yeah, it does, but sometimes it doesn't love those people at all. But you connect because that's what we do as humans. Do I like everybody involved? Do I love everybody involved? Would I hang out with everybody involved? Not necessarily. But do I keep things energetically on the up and up because it's safer that way? It's smarter. It's your enemies will look out for you because why do they need to know that you don't love them? You do on an ethereal level. Even if you hate someone, you love them on an ethereal level. Tap into that. Get into that vibe. Laugh about it. Instead of being so quick to let people see you as someone who they should be against, that they need to protect themselves from or their resources from. You could play the game if you want and not, not let yourself get rocked by Gemini and Gemini energy, which the world around you. The way they're playing the game and you're just getting caught up because you don't know the rules. But even how I'm talking to you right now, it's like, I'm older than you. I'm more mature than you. I have more money than you. Who do you think you are? Ooh, the way that, oh my gosh, people and the confidence in their mind is so triggering to you because you are the authority. You get so angry. Let's go back to this for a second. And I'm making fun because I think this is the game. Like the seriousness, yes, it's still there, but Uranus and Gemini it's play if you tap in, really. It's a lot of joy. It's a lot of, just being alive and being stimulated just by the fact that you're alive. And every moment, every conversation is just like, it's funny, it's interesting. It's, people are interesting. Life is interesting. All of that vibe, right? Not so serious. Okay. So what you have to do is put the period of building where it belongs, which is in one side of your mind, because you don't want to trash it. There's some information in there that you need. It's the foundation really that you walk on so confidently. You know what I'm saying? Does it make you feel happy? No, but you need that. You need that information on tap. So put it in, I don't know what side of the mind it is, but put it on one side of your mind. And then now is the time to actually benefit from what you've done. I hate that the cards look messy, but I'm going to let it ride because this conversation with you is special. Doesn't need to be perfectly laid out, but my Virgo moon is like, hell yeah, it does. What the fuck is this shit? Branch out hey, into the version of you that is exactly what you always wanted it to be. And what you'll find as you start to let yourself branch out and reach for more and reinvent yourself, you realize that you have a lot to do. And it's all quite easy stuff. It's like a never-ending flow of what needs to be done. But if you build a system of it for your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, you take seriously building a system for how you will sustain and maintain all of these areas of your life, you can have a really good time with finally being, if not where you want to be, able to build yourself up to where you want to be. Even if it takes time. Time is not necessarily the issue for you. It's how you feel along the journey that I think is what can weigh you down so heavily, make you a drag to talk to, be around, work with, work for. But that system that you can very easily create as the information flows in about what needs to be done, what's the next step, what's the focus, what's the new project, and you just tighten up your system daily, add to it, cut out parts that don't work. How you feel about this journey of either, again, being exactly where you worked to be for many, many years, or finally having such an extreme level of clarity about how you'll get there, how exactly you'll get there, and what it's going to take. That clarity can make the next steps in your journey fun. It can be fun consistently. You can power through this need to, because the only reason why you would feel the need to do this, which is essentially sabotaging yourself or trying to sabotage someone else, or sabotaging someone else unintentionally, right? Like that's a hard part of it. It's like you're sabotaging someone unintentionally. You don't even realize that. But you feel so strongly, you think so strongly. Okay, so maybe you're not sabotaging someone else, maybe you're just sabotaging yourself. And the only reason you would feel the need to do this is if you're not content with your journey. When you're not content with your journey, you go in the wrong direction. You try to get over on things and people because you just can't stand to not be exactly where you want to be. But you don't realize that that's the reason that you're doing it. You don't realize that you're actually working against yourself by doing this. Damn. A word. You have to create this system for how you're going to either be exactly where you want it to be and enjoy it, or start the journey of pushing to exactly where you want to be from this fully conscious place. You have to create the system so that everything is where it needs to be and you're genuinely content, you're genuinely happy, you're creating. because people think that this Gemini energy of happiness is just, it just happens. No, Gemini, this energy is so thorough, is so mentally boom, 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 boom. I got to do this, got to do that, got to do this. If I'm going to be able to do this, I've got to plan to do it this way. It's not waiting for anybody else. You know, if people are fighting with other people right now, it's because they're not doing the work of making their life as enjoyable as possible. Uranus and Gemini opened up the door that said, hey, everyone's distracted. Go create the life that you want to create and make it a part of your everyday. These people can't waste your time and energy anymore. You're not dependent on them physically like you were before. But some people are still stuck in the physical dependency. So that's why they're doing all of this, fighting with other people, fighting with themselves, no control over their mind, no control over their emotions, because they think that people are just going to be there. No, people are going to leave. People are going to run to the next thing. They're going to go find the person who has this, who's doing it. So one, they can learn how to do it. And two, because it's more fun over here. It's happy. That's what people want. They want vibes, my friend. And so if you don't feel the vibes, it's because you need to create the vibe for yourself, and you're blaming other people for not creating that vibe. You not having a structure so tight. This here, it seems small, it seems unimportant, but when you're building a really strong system, the details and it being right, it's the most important. You can make it as beautiful and as great, but if it's not, you build a structure, you build a car, and there's a piece out of place, that shit gonna break. You know what I'm saying? So while everybody's focused on the loud and the hoorah and the, while you're watching other people live their life, they've created this system for themselves that they're just following to keep you hooked. You need to get there for yourself. That contentment that you think other people have is something that you could have and feel immediately once you realize it's not even about the big thing and everything coming together. It's about the chance to be alive and to love something so much and to love your life or love yourself so much so that you make the most of it. The story that you would want to tell your kids or your grandchildren about your life, you're creating that story. You're not letting it happen. You're not putting anybody else in control of that story. No way. It's your story and you're writing it and you're going to be the one to tell it. Inshallah. All right, let's talk about love. The Emperor and the Nine of Cups. You want to go for what you want in your romantic life, whether that means starting over or it means you getting a little bit more strategic about getting what you want. As much as Aries energy is aggressive, they're not dumb. You can only fight so hard. You need to make people want to be in your life because of your vibe and your energy. Make people want to give you what you want from them because of your vibe and your energy, because of the way that you give those things to yourself. And if you're dealing with an Aries, it looks incroyable. Very happy. It's giving power couple. anyone at all who's telling you energetically that they don't value you in this dating world, whether you're committed or you are dating, you've got to love yourself more. Because I think for you, although this is annoying, you're so good at the long term that it's like, they'll get past it. They'll realize how valuable I am. Yeah, let them realize how valuable you are when you're sitting on top of the world and they're sitting in the motherfucking dirt, wishing that they could come hang out with you when they had, but they missed the chance. They had the chance and they missed it. Let this be them, not you. Let them feel this spiritual hit that this person cared so much about you and they could have I mean, we can talk about all the ways you could have changed their life, but at the minimum, you would have had them sitting pretty financially. If only they valued you. The Sagittarius is having too much fun without you. And either you're just fully not interested in what they have going on, or you've got to get to a level where you can actually be in their life. Be a real addition to their life. And if you commit to that mentally, there's great progress there that you guys can make together as a couple, maybe as really good friends, walking away from a past version of taking each other for granted, leaving that version of you guys behind. Or you're just really on another plane and it doesn't matter how good things are getting for them, you're going in another direction. This Pisces full moon makes Pisces really helpful in healing, but in terms of love, they're going through a little bit of a purge right now. And you don't want to get caught in the void of realizations that they're having that you'll just get swallowed up in, because if you need to go through this journey with them, they'll pull you on it. They'll pull you through with them, even if you have nothing to do with it. But you will feel the purge. If you are wanting to date and you're doubting it, you need to accept yourself and your situation fully. And once you do that, you'll stop doubting how things should work. Once you accept things fully and you fully take responsibility for your life, you can stop feeling like you don't deserve love and like it can't work. But also think about, here's a Scorpio energy. Think about your life being on the big screen and everybody watching it. Would your approach to love be respected, valued, relatable, or would people throw tomatoes at you for a really bad show? Not because that's what you should base your relationship off of, but sometimes people love your partner more than you love your partner. And they're mad that if you're not doing right by them, they will be mad. You don't want to attract that kind of energy. Think about this communal responsibility. It's harsh, very, very harsh. don't attract that. If you're dealing with a Scorpio or an Aquarius, it's good vibes. They are having a great time, and they want everyone who can deal with their own jealousy for them to soak up this good time with them. They don't want to be alone having this good time, enjoying this wealth. They want to be around someone who can handle not being as wealthy as them, but can they be in their life? And if you can be in their life, then they will love you and cherish you, because they don't really expect a lot, truly. They need a lot, but they don't expect it. Star and the Chariot, this Aquarian is, they're going to pull you, you know. It's not easy. But if you like them, it's, you guys can create a home together. This Virgo is on a money vibe that you could benefit a lot from, and you guys can really help each other. And they love, especially if you're just nice to them, they love to clean up the illusion that you're not that bitch, that king, that queen. Like they don't want anybody standing beside them who's suffering. They can't take it. They're going to shine a light and say, bro, you might be suffering, but this is who you are. I think in love, you need that more than you would admit, more than you would probably even tell anybody. Either way, it's time to take some risks and have some abundant experiences in love. And it starts with you accepting nothing less than that, and you being nothing less than that. Time to take some trips. Are you ready, finally? Together? All right, I'll see you in your career success season, Libra season. In the meantime, you can schedule private and birth chart readings with me through the link in the description. Bye, Capricorn.